It's the night of Boxing Day, and I haven't been able to go out and work on that buzzsaw since my last video, just because of Christmas season stuff. But I did run across this thing. It's a Yardworks electric log splitter. I don't know what the tonnage is on it. But anyways, I don't know anything about it. On this side, see, there's the switch, because you got to pull the switch and pull this lever to activate the cylinder. But I see this is all melted, and there's all melted crap on top of it, and it's all charred back here. But it doesn't really look like it melted from like the electrical catching on fire, because look, this wheel's gone, like it's been burnt off, and there's all this charred stuff on top of it, like it's been near a fire or got thrown in a fire or something. So I don't know if this thing works. I don't know anything about it, so let's go through it and see what we can find out. I pull this off, and there's a big not an electrician, but I guess that's a big capacitor or something, and it looks burnt. So yeah, I'm gonna plug this in and push the button. Probably not the best idea, but okay, so when I plug this in and push the button, the lights in the garage get brighter and nothing happens here. And I think I just popped the breaker. Alright, so I guess more investigation is required. Okay, yes, this is very dumb, and I'm not an electrician, but how do you know if you don't try? So I threw this burnt capacitor thing away, and I just got this power wire hooked direct to the switch, so I'm just going to plug it in, push the button. Alright, it just tripped the breaker immediately, so not that bad. Let's dig deeper. So I'm not that upset that this motor's no good. I pretty much expected it wasn't going into this. But I just want to, kind of go through it and just check to make sure. I've actually seen videos, a video on YouTube. I don't know the name of the guy's channel offhand, but he took something similar to this and he repowered it. And it looks like all he did was he pulled this shroud off, pulled the fan off, and then got a pulley for the size of that shaft, and he just had a little Bridges & Stratton motor underneath, just chugging away, spinning this unit, and it worked. So I'm going to pull this apart and yeah, just have a look at this thing. This motor is seized solid. So now you ask yourself the question, was he using it and seized up, or did this sit outside forever and just get all rusted up? I don't know. So I'm going to pull this clip off, get the fan off, and just see if I can at least get the thing spinning over. Alright, so that's off. And there is a nice decent sized shaft on this that you could put a pulley on, so that's promising. Let's just put some vice grips on this and see if she can spin. Locked up solid. on my old camera again. So hopefully I can get the footage off that SD card to make this video. I decided to give it another try. So here's the bolts out of the cover. Huh. I think that's all the bolts. What a bugger. See, it'd be nice to get this apart and then gut this and just have this just as a bearing shaft assembly. Basically just for the drive, for the pump. And then just put the pulley on and another motor on it. Okay, well, here. Okay, well, I'm just going to be yelling away at this. I'll come back when something arises. So I took the bolts out, tried to remove this cover. I got it to move out a bit, but it wasn't coming off. But then it started to spin over. So then I tightened it all back up. And there's a bit of drag there, but it does turn over. So now I'll see maybe if I can get it to spin a bit freer. Alright, so I just pulled out the little welder here, and I got a 1/2-inch bolt, and I just tacked it onto the end of the shaft here so I can get a 1/2-inch drill on and try to spin this motor over. See what happens here. It's still kind of stiff to turn over, so I don't have a key for this drill either, so we'll see what we can get. Ooh. 3.5-inch drills are dangerous, man. Alright, I never tested this yet, but as far as I know, there's a button, you push this button to engage the motor, and then you pull this lever to engage your hydraulic. So I got this 1/2-inch Milwaukee drill on here. It's a pretty powerful drill. I got it turning over that motor like crazy. So let's give her a go. We'll pull the drill and engage the hydraulics and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to have to tighten the chuck up on that drill, but you see it works, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, so I checked it out and it worked exactly how I hoped it would. You can keep this motor spinning, push the hydraulic, it advances, and with the motor still spinning, you can release the hydraulic and it returns. Meaning, a motor can go on there so it just spins continuously, and it's all controlled with your hydraulic. So, let's see what you can do. Here, I'll show you what I mean with the lever first, look. Lever, hold the lever, where's it go? So that's really exciting. So there's the 3/4 inch shaft, about, oh geez, 1 inch long sticking out there. So you can really put any motor on that. Electric, gas, whatever. So that's Frig yeah. And it even works with this 1/2-inch drill. The drill's still dead cold because it's spinning free. It doesn't take much power at all to spin this drill. So look at that. Well, that's awesome. That turned out as good as it could have. So I'm guessing, oh yeah. Yeah, that motor turns good and free now. So there we go. I guess the motor's bad, but it doesn't really matter because everything else is fine. So I guess one man's junk is another man's treasure. Just proved here again. So yeah, stay tuned. Someday I'll get this thing set up as a proper splitter. But for now, thanks for watching.